Hi, my name is Kristen Noon, and I chose Home Instead Senior Care as the business that I've dealt with the most during the coronavirus. My parents actually own Home Instead Senior Care here in a town called Lakewood, New Jersey, and the company is a senior care company where we hire caregivers and send them out to clients' homes so that they don't have to move into a nursing home. It's like an alternative to that. Um, and the caregivers can do things uh, basic living like bathing, cooking, shopping, helping them, making sure that they don't fall over, just certain necessities like that. And for me specifically, before the coronavirus, I would just do companion care where I wouldn't really live with the clients. I would do more things like drive them to doctor's appointments, pick up prescriptions, go grocery shopping, stuff like that. And as the coronavirus has been a crisis today, I have changed what companion care that I do. I basically just go grocery shopping because we try not to have as much contact with the clients since they are the most vulnerable. The picture that I have right here is a picture that I took outside of a grocery store. If you can see like the blue markers, you have to stay like 6 feet away, and it's actually a line going into the store because they have a limit on how many people could be grocery shopping at one time. And you can't really see that well, but this guy right here is wearing a mask. I mean, everyone had to wear a mask because it is still mandatory in order to go into a store where you're around a lot of people. So that's what I've been doing, and I'll also go to the post office to mail something or pick up a package, or go to CVS and pick up prescriptions for them, and then I drop them off. Or another alternative that I've done is I pick up the live-in caregiver at the client's house, and I'll drive them to go to the grocery store, and I'll just wait in the car while they go grocery shopping, since it is kind of difficult to grocery shop for other people. Do I think this company is good? Well, I guess it may or may not be biased since my family owns the company, but I think that they do a lot of good. It's a better alternative, I think, for elderly people to not have to move to a nursing home if they can afford it. They can have just someone come live in with them and just help them with things that they can't really do anymore. Does Home Instead do well as a business? Yes, they were doing well. I mean, everyone gets old, and especially with the baby boomer generation getting older, my parents were expecting the company to succeed even more. But with the coronavirus, there has been a decline with how many caregivers have wanted to work. The caregivers have gotten scared to be around the clients in case they were sick, and then the clients were afraid that the caregivers were going to get them sick if they weren't living with them full time. So my parents have seen a lot of caregivers and clients um, quit and stop business with us, but then we've also seen some people, other home care competitors, have basically gone bankrupt and shut down. So we've had some people transfer over to our company. So we've probably lost in the beginning. We were losing a lot of people, but we've started to try and accumulate back to making business. Would I want my kids or my grandparents to do business? Yeah, I think when my grandparents get older, my parents probably won't have both my grandmothers move in with us. Uh, my dad was already thinking for my grandma one day having a caregiver live in with her because I doubt she would want to go to a nursing home. Nursing homes can be kind of unsanitary and sad, and I don't think my grandma would want to leave her home. So that's something, even for me, when I get older, I guess I would probably prefer to have a live in than go to a nursing home as well. So, yes, this is a business I would want my kids and my grandparents to do. The opportunity cost for this, for me, I'm also a part time student, and recently it's been transferred to online. So, when I do go grocery shopping for these clients, which is like once or two times a week, that's like an opportunity cost. It's time consuming for me. I have to put my time towards something else, but I mean, I'm willing to do it because I'm getting paid for it, and it's also helping my family's business, which helps pay the bills and gets groceries for my family. Real costs, the company obviously has to pay for caregivers and groceries, and that's kind of been difficult with uh, just the economy has been struggling since quarantine, and only necessary like businesses are staying open, and this is one of the business that is seen as essential. Um, so real cost being you have to pay the caregivers, and that's been kind of hard. But my dad recently got a grant from the government to help pay for those caregivers, and then groceries. Sometimes the clients will have like a little plan where they pay for the live-ins groceries, so that'll somehow be like deducted from their bills or added however they want to help pay for the caregivers groceries, or like the caregiver will have his or her separate grocery bill. What does business with this company mean? To me, this means, it's a better alternative for your parent, maybe your grandparents or your parents or even yourself one day to have to move to a nursing home. You can have someone come live in with you where you don't have to kind of like pick up your whole life and move into like a small little room in a nursing home. You can stay where you are and just have someone help you with the things that you were struggling with when you were contemplating on going to a nursing home. So I think it's better because as an elderly like grandma or grandpa, you're happier at home than you are at somewhere else. For pricing, I asked my parents what they charge for like live-in. For a live-in, it's per day. It's a $250, and then hourly, you can charge. You're charged $26 an hour. So that kind of depends if maybe they just need a couple things with like chores, grocery shopping. They're not going to want to live in, but for someone who like needs help bathing, cooking and cleaning dinner, waking up, going to bed, getting dressed, like that's someone who probably would want to live in. So that's pricing with that. Has my relationship changed with the company? My relationship, I don't personally have my grandparents with signed up with Home Instead, but my relationship with the company is it's my family's way for income. And recently it has changed with the coronavirus, which kind of leads into like my concerns. We're hoping that people can still continue to afford the companion or live-in care soon. If the economy doesn't pick up, people might not be able to afford it, and then we just don't have business, and then we're going to have to close down the business. So hoping that doesn't happen. But the next question, are they good for society? Yeah, I think they're good for society. I think it's better relationships and better mental sanity for the elderly people to just stay at home rather than go to a nursing home, like I've said before. Are they good for me? Yeah, one day I'm going to get old and maybe I'll want to have a live-in versus go to a nursing home. And also this business currently helps my family pay the bills and afford food and other necessities. So I think this business is good. And that's actually the end of my project. So thank you for listening.